Hello, brothers. It is Wednesday, March 18th, 2020. And, we went and had Lodge last Monday night for First Degree. So if you'll all welcome Christopher Backey, into our Lodge, that would be great. The Worship Master did issue an order for the Lodge, and we will not be having any activities at the Lodge until Monday, April 13th. Okay? That's when we're going to have our stated meeting. So all degrees are canceled. All activity, including the pancake breakfast, the cleanup day, is all canceled until after April 13th. That's a Monday. That's a stated meeting night. We want everybody to stay safe. It's just kind of surreal for what's happening around us today, don't you say? Yesterday I went to a funeral in Minnesota. Nothing coronavirus related or anything, but you'll get a kick out of this story. So, and it was a Catholic funeral, and on St. Patty's Day at St. Patrick's Church it was supposed to be, and he was buried at St. Patrick's cemetery. And Uncle Mike is my wife's uncle, and hey Cameron, I'm doing a little podcast here. So yesterday we go to this funeral, and it's supposed to be up in Minneapolis. The service is supposed to be up in Minneapolis, and the priest had a meeting with the family and said that he thinks he has coronavirus because he just had a fever and whatnot, and he didn't feel comfortable about having people come into his church and all that type of stuff. It'd be nice if he could just told them over the phone, but no, he had the family come in. This wasn't me. and evidently, I don't know if he did or did not test for coronavirus, but that's still up in the testing phase. So, the family decided to have a graveside service. And Uncle Mike had 6 kids, and I'd say about 4 of his 6 kids were there, and the other ones were not able to come. So Uncle Mike was a person who was a horrible driver, but he loved to drive. And even if you go up to visit him, and he'd say, "Hey, you wanna go for a drive?" And if you weren't careful, you'd be gone for 3.5 hours. So he just loved to drive. And it wasn't a 15-minute drive. It was a 3-hour drive, usually when he went out and drove. He just loved to drive. So the hearse is coming down from Minneapolis down to Lanesboro, Minnesota. And that's in southeast corner in Lanesboro, Minnesota. And it's a beautiful area. It's a great place to go vacation if you like biking and all that type of stuff. Whole bunch of bed and breakfasts and around there and whatnot. They had property there. But that's where he was being buried. So we were told to meet at the church. Okay, we met at the church. My wife and I pulled up from Des Moines, Iowa, and nobody's there. And we get a call. Well, yeah, we're running about a half an hour behind. And the hearse, guy driving the hearse lost his way. Oh, okay. So we thought, okay, it's going to be a half an hour wait from what we thought it was going to be, and more family shows up. There's only 4 kids, spouses, and a couple, his brother, and a couple other random families. There's about 10 of us all together, and it was 45 degrees out. It was beautiful. Beautiful day. And we're all, a meter apart, waiting for Uncle Mike. And, well, now we're told that the hearse driver is really lost and can't find his way to Lanesboro. So 3 3 hours later, we're up at the grave site. Uncle Mike comes rolling in from his hearse ride from Minneapolis, 3 hours late to his own funeral, which is par for the course because he loved to go for drives. So it was the strangest thing I'd ever seen. Nobody was hugging or anything. Everybody was keeping their distance. There's a couple elbow bumps every once in a while. And so nobody had eaten. And I guess the Minnesota governor declared that all eateries had to shut down at 5 p.m. across the state. And we were starving and didn't anything to eat. So we're traveling through the hills and whatnot, and there's this place called Spanky's. It's the best freaking pizza I've ever had in my life. So we show up there. Look at this thing. It's huge. I know. My son's telling me to watch the road. So we have this pizza. And we order it at 4:20, and they say, well, you're going to have to leave at about 5 o'clock because that's when the governor says that all the businesses have to be empty. So we're like, okay, it shouldn't take 40 minutes to order pizza. Well, it took 40 minutes. As soon as they gave us the pizza, they kicked us out the door. And we had to sit out on picnic tables in 45-degree weather and enjoy the most fantastic pizza I've ever had in my life. So it was really a surreal moment. So we got home at around 10 o'clock last night, and everybody's doing fine. No sniffles or sneezes and whatnot. But I thought you'd enjoy that story. Uncle Mike was 3 hours late to his own funeral. So, yeah. And the funeral, there was graves there from 1886. So it was not the most upkept cemetery ever, and and Uncle Mike was a big man, and so the hearse couldn't get back to where his gravesite was, so we could unload the coffin. So all the men had to carry the casket, and it was freaking heavy, about a football field's length from where the hearse could stop. So that was my day yesterday. So back to Lodge News. If you have any questions or concerns, please email me at secretary@kansaslodge.org, or my cell phone number is 515-664-0667, 515-664-0667. You can text me a question or anything like that. We're just going to play it safe. If you're over 70 years of age, which the average age of the lodge is around 68. Okay, take special care, okay? We want to have you around for a long time. So it's still a 97% survival rate, but if you're 80 or over, but just be careful. So make sure the people around you are washing their hands and whatnot. So I have some different information on this virus. If you're interested in learning about it, that's fine. That's kind of what I do as a healthcare professional, is I dig into the data and dig into the real story rather than being panicked. So, but otherwise than that, we're closed until April 13th on a Monday. And which tax day is now 90 days later, which, wow, that's incredible, huh? That's good news. People are going to wait until 90 days anyway. So anyway, all right, have a great day. So mote it be, and thanks for tuning in. Take care. Bye-bye.